All right. It is 5:46, and I would like to call the public hearing to order for the 2019-2020 budget. Please rise. And Trustee Clark, would you lead us in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Clerk Blau, will you please call the roll?
Trustee Clark?
Present.
Trustee Drapka?
President accounted for.
Trustee Hollenbach?
Present.
Trustee Lupfer?
Present.
Supervisor Wilt?
Here.
Let the record note, Clerk Blau's in attendance also.
Thank you. So there has been one modification since we looked at this budget at our last meeting. However, this has been posted because what has been added were the actual numbers for the mental health fund. So everything is as we discussed last month, except that all of the detail of the mental health board's budget request is in there as well. So I will open this up. Does anyone have any questions or comments on the budget?
Excuse me, allergy season's getting the best of me.
Sorry. About what?
About the $300,000 for the roof repair.
So we're simply banking that.
Exactly.
We're setting that aside so that we don't touch that. So those are simply, I've added to the amount that we had last year so that we can simply bank for that contingency, which is going to be sooner than later.
Exactly. Is that throwing off our numbers, keeping that on our books, so to speak? Does it make it look like we have more reserve than we should?
Well, it is a reserve, but it is a special purpose reserve,
Okay.
so
So
it's allowable.
Classified
Yes.
that way?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Are there any other questions?
I make a motion that we adopt the budget ordinance for the 2019-2020 year.
I'll second it.
So I have a motion for this budget of 2019 to 2020 to be adopted. It will be placed on next month's regular board meeting agenda. As I mentioned last month, we didn't have the full numbers for enough public notice, so it will still be available for inspection until that date. But your motion is accepted by Trustee Clark, seconded by Trustee Heilenbach, for this to be placed for adoption. Any other discussion to that motion? Hearing none, would the clerk please take the roll on that?
Trustee Clark?
Yes.
Trustee Drapka?
Yes.
Trustee Hollenbach?
Yes.
Trustee Lupfer?
Yes.
Supervisor Wilt?
Yes,
Motion carried.
thank you. There being no further business on this agenda, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Motion by Drapka, seconded by
Seconded.
Lupfer, to adjourn this public hearing, and then we have a few minutes before the next meeting begins. Meeting's adjourned.